In this video, I give you the 5 best ideas to this book, Everything Is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. Check this out. For those new here, I post books on personal development, mindset, spirituality, esoteric book summaries, and book hauls. I also help and share ways to increase your vibration, increase your inner peace, and have a joyful life. To brighten your mind, to brighten your life, and brighten your world. To live in light and love. The first best idea in this book, and this is probably one of the reasons why I got this book, it's because I saw a preview of it when I first bought it. I bought it in 2020 during the pandemic when everyone was home working. First thing that really got to me in this book is the world needs your special gift. That's probably one of the biggest ideas I got from this book, and also that helped me develop this channel at the beginning of 2022. I didn't feel I had the gifts or people already shared the information that I want to share. But then when I read this book and Marie Forleo said, sometimes it takes that one person expressing that idea, that viewpoint in your unique voice at the right place at the right time for it to actually make a difference. Like some of this information might not resonate with others, but for some it actually might, and it might be at a different viewpoint. And I realized I do have a different viewpoint. My focus is Brightened, how to brighten your mind and how to just live in light and love. And I'm so grateful for Marie Forleo for sharing that, because maybe, I'm sure a lot of people have said it before and it didn't resonate with me, but this time it did. And it was such a big viewpoint when she said your world needs your gifts. She talks about people who want to start a project, write a book, maybe start a YouTube channel, start a business, and that saying of it's all been done before, that you don't have that original idea, or it's valuable enough, or it's even worthwhile enough to contribute to the world. And some feel they're not talented enough and that they don't have the voice, but she's telling you in her book, she tells you, I'm telling you that you do. She says that when someone shares something at one time and point in your life, even the way they say it, it might not resonate with you. But let's say it's said in a different way and it totally resonates with you. She's talking about that. Like, everyone has something to share. And I think even my channel, there's so many people who have channels on increasing your vibration, your mindset. And that's the beauty of abundance. You can be that person for somebody that might not resonate with that other channel or that other book, but would resonate with you. It doesn't matter how many people have done it before, she says in her book, or if it's done by more qualified people, more talented people, even famous people. She said forget that. She mentions with 7.8 billion people in the world and counting, and that was in 2022, so I think it's increased right now. And it has, I just Googled it, it's almost 2 billion people. There are more than enough humans, more than enough diverse needs, perspective, problems, preferences, desires, and tastes. There's always room for more, and there's always room for you. Remember that. You have a special gift to share. If you're liking this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications really helps with the algorithm to help get this out to more people in the world, to help brighten your mind, brighten your life, and brighten the world, to live in light and love and increase the world's collective consciousness. Subscribe now. The next best idea is you are one mega event in the world. Don't freaking waste it. And she actually uses the F word in here. She's serious on that. That just shows how serious she is when it comes to you believing that you're just the small specimen in the world. But no, you yourself are one mega event. You were born with greatness. You were endowed with the seeds of greatness, and it's up to you to share that greatness with the world. She says you already have it within you right now in this moment. You watching this video, my YouTube channel, on how the best 5 ideas to Everything Is Figureoutable. It's because you want to better your life. You want to bring in more. You want to bring in something, some purpose, and you know you can do it. You want that inner growth. That's why when you have an idea, a dream, a desire, when you don't do it and you don't push it to fruition, she actually says in her book, you are stealing from those who need it most. Wow, that was the big thing for me. If me not sharing this information to you and the world and to those who resonate with it, I'm stealing from these people. I'm stealing from you. I'm stealing from helping you to lighten up your world, to helping to brighten your mind. And oh, that just came close to heart because that kept me going. That kept me going to share this information, to really get out of like this spiritual awakening that I've been going through the past year and a half and just get on it. And I'm just, pumping out ideas and thinking, how can I better help people? One way I found was to share the 5 best ideas on books. So people, not only will they read the books, but maybe if they can't read the book at the moment, they can have those ideas available and ready for them. Apologies, I just get so passionate about this. It's just something I know is my dharma, my purpose. She says there are so many people who need those gifts, and it could be anyone. It could be friends, it could be family, it can be your loved ones, it can be your kids, it can be your colleagues. If you don't get off your butt now and do the things that your heart's desire is telling you, we will have truly lost something irreplaceable, which is you. Think about that for one moment. She even goes to saying that when you're doing this, you could even be stealing from generations and future generations within your family. There's a little hint in there, especially when you're not willing to heal a generational energetic wound or hurtful belief. And that's why I always say on my channel, one way to do that is energy clearing. It's a hack. One way is to clear that generational trauma that's been passed down generation after generation. When this happens, she says, when we don't take action and focus on our purpose, we deny or suppress or minimize our gift. And sometimes those gifts that you're not showing to the world can turn you into a sour, bitter person. And I'm not saying it happens to everyone, because some people are loving what they're doing now, but I'm saying even if you start doing these little things, even if it's not within your 9-to-5 job, even if you do it on evenings and weekends, you just get so much joy. Like, I would rather do this than watch streaming at the moment for myself. But imagine yourself, like, you would rather be doing something else than sitting at home watching TV, like walking in nature, things like that. And she talks about how when you do that, when you're sour and bitter, it's like a poison that eats you from the inside out. I know, hey, like thinking about, is everything figureoutable? Like she's talking about that, like how you are one mega event in the universe. She says you become bitter, cynical, sick, angry, addicted to things that aren't serving you, short-tempered, and very judgmental of others. The world needs your gift that only you can share and only you have. Speaking of your special gift, purpose, you can click this video up here that I did on finding your purpose, your dharma. It will really help with that. If it's not a business or anything, one purpose could be even just walking in nature and just enjoying it. Also, if you'd like to find ways to increase your vibration and really hone in on what you want in life and how you can get your desires, click the link below for my free course, Brightened Mind Blueprint. It's a free course that I used to have on Udemy that I want to give you free as a subscriber to help brighten your mind, to brighten your life, and brighten the world, and live in light and love. Click the link below now. The next best idea of this book is eliminate excuses, the cost of wasting time, and to create versus consume. In this book, she talks about opportunity cost, and then she shares a chart on this opportunity cost. For example, she used the example of randomly scrolling on social media. We all do it. I even do it. So much so where I had to cut off social media for a bit just so I'd stop doing it. I would rather go on YouTube and things like that and learn a skill. But I digress. She says when you're scrolling randomly for 30 minutes a day, it's equivalent to 182 hours a year, or 22 full-hour work days. In the chart, she shows that this is an example of all those hours being spent. With that time, you could have created a brand new website, learned how to meditate, or even learning a new skill. Like, that's crazy. I notice I have been learning more things, reading more books, that I don't scroll on social media as much. Social media is great. It's great for, sharing knowledge and things like that. But if you're not on it to learn something or maybe get more knowledge rather than just like randomly scrolling aimlessly with no aim, it could work to your disadvantage. And another example she used, and it was just mind-blowing. Now imagine 60 to 90 minutes a day. That's equivalent to 365 to 547.5 hours a year of watching random negative news, scrolling randomly, watching random TV, engaging in gossip and drama, whether it be family, friends, colleagues, coworkers. That's like equivalent of writing a first draft to your book, or starting your channel, or starting your business, or learning to speak a new language, even launching a profitable side hustle. Wow, that's such a waste of time. That's so crazy. It's mind-blowing to me. I think that really woke me up to how much I was spending on socials. And just imagine, most people say, we don't have enough time in this world. We don't have enough time. I don't have time to do this and that. Actually, you do. You can find the time by letting go of taking time that you're scrolling on your phone, randomly watching TV over and over and over and over, episode after episode, where you don't learn something new. And you know what? You say, Vicki, I need this time to decompress, watch TV, and that's totally fine. Like maybe schedule. One of my friends who doesn't go on social media as often, but he knows that if he stays on, he'll be on forever. He uses an app called, I think, Zen Time, and it's just about 15 to 20 minutes a day he's allowed on socials. So, he's able to manage that time. So he explains that everything that you say yes to, especially if you don't set boundaries and just keep saying yes, 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 you're saying no to something else. It's the opportunity cost. Every time you pick up your brain draining gadget and say yes to watching another episode of a show on autoplay, you're saying no to ever reaching your biggest and most important goal. Those 30 minutes a day could be spent on a HIIT workout, walking outside in nature, taking your fitness to another level, taking your mindset to another level. Every time you're browsing the internet, even to search for shopping, for stuff, she uses the S word again, that you don't need, could be used to write a few pages to your book or a memoir. And that's the thing, we do buy stuff that we don't need. It's a great reminder and eye-opener. What is your opportunity cost? Create, not consume. The next best idea is progress, not perfection. What she's talking about is being too much of a perfection. I'm a big culprit of this, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are as well. So much so that it could hold you back. That's why sometimes my wife, she goes to me, you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes when I'm not self-aware, that's why it's awesome to have people around, like loved ones, who if you can't see it, they can see it. To help guide you to say, hey, you're being too tough on yourself. You don't have to be perfect. And that's why I thought about it's completely perfect to be imperfect. And I heard once from one of my mentors, Manifestation Babe, who had a mentor who told her perfectionism is the lowest standard you can set for yourself because perfection is an impossible state to be in. Therefore, if you set that standard of trying to be perfect, you will never go anywhere and you'll be stuck. It's like you never reaching anything. We think it's better for us, but it's actually not. It's keeping us stuck because perfection is a place you can never be. Having your dream in life, think of any successful person. Having their dream in life is proof you can't be perfect. How could they be perfect? How could they be successful if they were setting the lowest standard for themselves of being perfect? That was such a big eye-opener moment for me. I mean, no one in the world is perfect. Perfection is not a state that you can ever get to. Then a successful person would never be perfect because they can never set the lowest standard for themselves. They always want to set the highest standard, which is being imperfect and being your unique self. Like Marie Forleo says, your unique gift. Trying to be too perfect is more of a weakness than people might think in the world is a strength. She says in her book, when people focus more on being perfect, failure is not an option in their eyes. So the moment they fail, they feel terrible, like they can never do the thing that they want to achieve again. Failure is inevitable because it's meant for us to learn, to get us better. It's meant to make you stronger, to learn these lessons. And being too perfect is like trying to think of another person. Hey, that person, they're way more successful than me. They're smarter than me. I have to be that way or I'll never be good. And that's being perfectionist versus, damn, that person's successful. I can connect with their vibe. If they can do it, I can do it. And I can help inspire others. And I'll be a conduct to that person to help others believe that they can do it as well. See the energy there? It's like being imperfect because you don't want to be like perfect. No one in this world is perfect. If they seem like they are, they're not showing their true self. Everyone has challenges and situations that they have to get past. The only difference between us and someone who seems very successful is they have even bigger problems. Except the only thing is with that is they're able to get past those problems and learn from it rather than be stuck in the past. So be imperfect. The last best idea I got from the book is life-changing advice from the dead. Basically, advice from people on their deathbed. She shares in her book an example of a registered nurse named Bonnie Ware, who was caring for older patients on their deathbed, who wrote the book Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. The biggest common denominator she had after interviewing those ones on their deathbed was they'd wish they had the courage to live a life true to themselves, not the life of what others expected of them. Because I thought about it, I do have a wife and I'm grateful that I came out at a time where it was like tough. And I thought about if I didn't become my true self, I wouldn't be as happy as I am. Some people might not agree with my lifestyle, but I thought about it. If that person is just showing genuine love and care in the world, just let them be, I thought about that if I didn't become my true self. Like, for example, even starting this channel, like sharing this knowledge, channeling the light, the love, and to share it with everybody. If you really think about this, the life you're living right now, or are you living a life chosen by someone else? Be honest with yourself and think about that. I also heard a story a few years ago about someone on their deathbed. When asked if they had any wishes before they passed, that person said, 1, I wish I loved more. Another wish was, I wish I let things that really bothered me and I dwelled on, I let it go. Whether it be relationships, bitterness towards family, friends, anything that really hurt them in the past. And the last one was, have I lived a purpose-driven life? Ask yourself, are you living your purpose, your dharma, or even what the Japanese called your ikigai? Everything is figureoutable. Remember, you have a special gift to share. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Also, you might enjoy this video right here on the 5 best ideas from the book Ikigai to help get your purpose in life. See you in the next video.